may have received the wrong impression, whether it is from me or from an Amazon guru or from online entrepreneur in general, that it does not really take a lot of work to run a business online and be successful. And the truth is that even people that are in my personal life, people that I actually, that are actually in my circle, whether it's friends, close family, and all that stuff, don't really understand because all this is new, right? And a lot of people do not really understand, especially with me, because I travel a lot. I'm in Miami, then I go in back in Belgium whenever I want, and I travel to some random countries all the time. And also, the truth is that a lot of people in my life do not even really know what I do or I actually make money, which is mainly with Amazon FBA, right? And the reason why I want to make this video is because, first of all, I noticed that in my personal life, a lot of people do not actually understand that I'm actually working a lot of hours, and you may not realize it, if you actually follow me on Instagram or you see me pulling up to your house whenever you invite me at some random hours that people usually work at. It's stuff that a lot of people do not necessarily understand, right? So I wanted to do this last video because you'll notice, by the way, and we're going to talk a little bit, you and me. You'll notice that sometime on the channel, I'm doing more videos like this, more video when I'm on the car, I'm driving, more videos where I'm not necessarily talking 100% about Amazon FBA, not in front of the computer, working, sourcing, showing you stuff, etc. Because these are transition period for me where I'm actually working on some new content ideas and trying to get deeper into some specific subject because I like to do these deep dive videos, right? So this is going to be probably one of the last videos. I'm still traveling next week, by the way, but it's probably going to be one of these last videos, one of these last transition video where you see me in some random places just like this, right? So first of all, if you do not know me, before we get further, let me introduce myself. My name is Chris Mangoons. I release daily videos about Amazon FBA mainly and about entrepreneurship in general. So if you are new here, subscribe and like this video so you get recommended more videos because I release a video every single day. No, as I said, you really need to understand, and a lot of people do not actually understand that when you actually look at the kind of life that I'm living, but I'm actually working way more hours than the average person. And this is something that a lot of people do not necessarily realize because, I might, and this is the truth, I might go and, go and visit somebody because he's off on a Monday, on a Tuesday morning at 11 a.m. when people that work the corporate life are in the corporate work of life actually are working, and a lot of people may not understand that I'm actually working a lot, and the time where I go outside of the house is the time that I'm actually not working. Same thing, on Friday I go pick up my little sister at school, my little cousin, I go pick her up at school, enjoy the rest of the day with her, but when I come back, I'm actually back to work, right? And this is what a lot of people that live a regular life do not necessarily understand. You do not even realize how many hours I put into this, and not just my Amazon FBA business, but everything else that is around, because I'm handling a lot of stuff, which is not the best way to actually run a business if you want to be successful. By the way, you should focus on just one thing, but I'm actually handling a lot of things. I'm handling the Amazon FBA business, I'm handling this YouTube channel, everything that revolve around this YouTube channel, um, the software and other business that you have no idea about just yet on this channel, right? So you may not realize it, but I'm actually working a lot of hours. And if you want to be successful online, if you want to make money online, if you just work one business, for example, if I was just doing Amazon FBA, the truth is that I would actually have a ton of free time. All right. Of course, there are some period of time where we have actually a ton of work, but there's some period of time where I actually do have a lot of free time, you know. But like the way I'm actually running my online businesses and all that stuff, I'm actually working a ton of hours and always on new projects because this is the way I like to live my life, right? And this is why I'm making this video, because it's not because you see someone like me actually traveling all the time, going to a new country, looking like actually enjoy life. You do not realize it. But when I'm actually on vacation, I'm actually working. I'm actually working every single day. I haven't really taken a day off in forever, 4 years. Like you can see that on this channel, I've been releasing daily videos since it's almost been 2 years that I've been releasing daily videos. I haven't really taken a day to really not do anything to rest Ever since, actually, no, I'm lying. The last time I actually did this is I had a time period where I was working a lot, right? It was probably the first year I actually started making video, like probably March, April, maybe February, March. And I was making the edits on the video. This is why I stopped, right? And so I said, you know what? It's actually, you know when it was? It was actually when the Harry Potter game was released, Hogwarts Legacy. And I said, you know what? I need some rest. I'm going to play this game. I'm going to record videos in advance. I'm going to work a ton of hours in advance in all the stuff that I need to do. That way I can relax for 3 days. Was it 3 or 4 days? I can relax for 3 or 4 days. I'm just going to play the game, eat food, not think about anything about the business. And it's been like close to 1 year and a half, okay, that I haven't taken a day off. These were the last day offs that I've been taking, right? And even when you see me traveling, even when you see me on the road, even when you see me like literally, last time I actually came back to Belgium, um, I had my plane. I think I arrived here at 5 p.m. after a long flight, and at 7 p.m. I had a call to do, okay, for my coaching. Then I had to talk to my VAs and all that stuff. And if you are on the target list, you have any of my products that actually, like, you'll notice that everything still gets sent, right? Everything's still working because I have automation in my business, but I still have a lot of work to do every single day myself, right? I'm still working every single day. And this is the main thing that I want you to understand, because you're going to need to put in the same amount of work if you want to be successful. You're not, it's not because you see people that are entrepreneur and all that stuff actually traveling all the time. You see pictures in that place, you see that this guy's in that place, all that stuff. That is actually not working, you know. Yes, I was on vacation in Ivory Coast last week. Actually, I came back last week, but I was working every single day. Every single day before I got out, I was working. When I came back at night, I was working. And the truth is that I'm able to do so much stuff because I'm somebody that does not need to sleep a lot. I sleep around 6 to 8 hours. Like 8 hours is actually a lot for me to sleep a night. And I just woke up, I just wake up without an alarm, right? And this is just the way I am. This is just the way it works. And you should not force yourself to be like this. But what I want to insist on is that you cannot expect to do the exact same thing as I am and be on vacation all the time while I'm not working. When I'm on vacation, I'm actually working. I'm actually working every single day. I've been working every single day for 1 year and a half because I'm always working on something else. And what I want to insist on as well is that if you want to be successful, it's not the only way to do it. It's because of what is actually driving me, because I love to work on new projects. You can just focus on one project, work 100% just on that project, 100% of your energy, and still have a lot of free time. The truth is that, you know, with a business like Amazon, FBA, all these business, you're going to have a lot of free time, and you might want, if you're somebody like me, you might want to scale faster, to scale your business faster, right? Which you may not be able to do. You may not be able to do it if you if just you know, because you may not be able to put more time in the business to actually scale the business. Yeah, I don't know if that makes sense, because you are limited by capital. This was my case with Amazon, which is why I started working on other stuff, right? But I actually enjoy having multiple things to actually work on. But the main point that I wanted to make with this video is that do not expect to not do anything, work 3 hours a day, 3 hours a week, 3 hours a month, and have some level of success. It is not the case. You're going to need to work a lot. And you may not realize it, because if you come from corporate America and all that stuff, when you have set hours, if you work 9 to 5, all that stuff, and if you've worked a 9 to 5 all your life, this is something that you may not realize. But whenever you don't see me, like even when you see me out, I'm actually working most of the time. And this is what it is to be in business. You're not working a job where you can actually disconnect. You work from 9 to 5 and you can disconnect after 5 because you don't give a fuck. And you will come back the next morning to actually work because you are paid by hours, right? It is not the same when you're in a business. You are constantly working. Even when you are not working, you are working. This is the thing that you need to understand. If you are in business, this is the thing that you need to understand. That, and you know, even on weekends, I'm working. I haven't had taken a weekend off for, I don't know, whether I'm traveling, I'm working. Whether it's the weekend, I'm traveling. Whether it's a holiday, I'm working. And this is what you need to understand. If you want to be successful, this is what you need to understand. This is what it's going to take. It does not mean that you should do this your whole life, but it's going to take a long time, during which this is what you're going to need to do, right? And this is what I want you to understand. So hopefully today's video was helpful. If it was, leave a like, do all that YouTube stuff, and I'll see you tomorrow for a new video. Thank you for watching.